Hey everybody, Dr. Anachronist here, and welcome back to Why It's Collectible, where we shine a spotlight on those fun, fascinating, and sometimes downright quirky pop culture treasures. The ones that slip under the radar but deserve their moment in the sun. Today, we are flipping through a visual time capsule, vintage sheet music, and 45 RPM picture sleeves. But before we dive into all the glossy covers and the groovy graphics, let's rewind for a second back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the 80s. Now, if you were a fan of a pop or rock act back then, you couldn't just Google them, right? You didn't have any YouTube dives, no TikTok clips, no Instagram deep scrolls. You had to get creative if you wanted to find out more info about your favorite group or act. Sure, there was television when your band was booked, maybe a movie appearance, some fan magazines, or even trading cards if you were lucky. But for diehard fans wanting a visual connection to their favorite band, you had two big ones: sheet music covers and record picture sleeves. And today we're showing off both, with a spotlight on one of America's most iconic bands, the Beach Boys. With the recent passing of founder Brian Wilson, this felt like the perfect moment to celebrate his legacy and take a little pictorial road trip through their history. And for those newer to the band, the original Beach Boys lineup featured brothers Brian Wilson, Carl Wilson, and Dennis Wilson, cousin Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine. And here's a fun fact for you music nerds out there. The Beach Boys were the first major U.S. pop rock group, and correct me if I'm wrong on this in the comments, where all 5 members sang lead on different top 40 hits. That's pretty amazing vocal bench strength. So first up, let's talk sheet music, and let's begin with some standout Beach Boys sheet music that collectors really go after. Check this one out, the original sheet music for Good Vibrations. This wasn't just a hit, it was a 1966 landmark. Critics called it a quote-unquote pocket symphony, and its complexity makes the original mid-60s printings rare and sought after, especially ones with studio photo covers. Next, from 1965, California Girls. This original sheet music features a bright, vibrant band photo that's still a favorite with collectors. In fact, a clean copy recently popped up on Etsy for around $75. Then there's Sloop John B. from 1966. A folk-inspired track with a striking cover. Memorabilia dealers in the UK often bundle this one alongside titles like Good Vibrations, Do It Again, and Breakaway in the 15 to 25 euro range. That's about 20 to 30 US dollars. One that really turns heads is Don't Worry Baby, a 1964 single that's now highly collectible in original publishing form and solid condition. Expect to see it going for about $125 when it's well preserved. And here's a crown jewel, Surfer Girl, one of Brian Wilson's earliest compositions. Early first print copies in good shape are very hard to come by. In fact, one recently sold at a heritage auction in 2024 for $325. When it comes to collecting sheet music, here's what matters. Look for original copyright dates, photographic covers, and above all, condition. Clean staples, unmarked pages, bright colors, all of that adds value. Now let's talk picture sleeves. First, a quick refresher. Most 45 singles back in the day just came in plain paper sleeves. But once in a while, the label would put out a picture sleeve, a printed paper or cardboard cover featuring photos or custom art made just for that release, and that's where things get collectible. Let's start with one from the Beach Boys Smile era, a truly unique period in Beach Boys history. This picture sleeve for the single Heroes and Villains doesn't feature a band photo, but instead has this cool psychedelic artwork that reflects where their music was headed at the time. Copies with this record can fetch between $50 and $80, depending on the condition. Now let's run through 5 of the most collectible U.S. Beach Boys picture sleeves. Of course, every collector's list is going to vary a little bit, but these consistently rank near the top. I get around back with Don't Worry Baby from 1964, their first #1 hit, and the sleeve is instantly recognizable. You want to be careful on this one. It is commonly bootlegged or faked. The originals, and you can usually spot them because of the sharper print, go for $80 to $120. Next, Fun from 1964. This one pops visually. Bold colors, classic design, and hard to find in great condition, so you can expect $100 to $150 in value for this one. Barbara Ann from 1965. You want to look for the flat-top, straight-cut sleeve, a variation from the tab-cut design. It's got a simple, clean 60s look, and collectors pay $150 to $200 for a nice one of these. Surfin' Safari, back with 409, their debut single on Capitol. It's a major piece of surf rock history and real tough to find in clean shape. Values typically range from $150 to $200. 10 Little Indians, back with County Fair. This is one of their earliest Capitol releases, and these were issued in small numbers, and most sleeves didn't survive. So if you have a high-grade original, you're looking at $200 to $300. So there you have it. Sheet music and picture sleeves. 2 ways fans connected visually with their favorite bands long before the internet came along and rewrote the rules. A big thanks to our friends at Happy Frog Archives of Eastern Ohio for letting us showcase these incredible Beach Boys pieces. Wow. We seriously could not do this channel without your help, Happy Frog Archives, so a tip of the cap to you. And now to our audience. It's your turn. Got any Beach Boys picture sleeves or vintage sheet music in your collection? Or maybe cool pieces from other artists that you're proud of? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you own, what you're proud of. If you enjoyed this little collectible detour, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a fellow music nerd, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're a new channel, so we really appreciate all the love. Thanks so much for watching. I am Dr. Anachronist, and I'll see you next time on Why It's Collectible.